All right, folks, welcome back. CKN, we've been there before. In the Abacha days, the Abacha years, there was something like this, and we did nothing.
We did nothing. That was the days of the smelling fuel, petroleum acid fuel. But on this one, Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa, was the whistleblower. He was the one that blew the whistle and said that, one, that there is a deliberate attempt to frustrate his refinery.
Yeah.
Two, that he's not getting enough crude oil as required to be able to power his refinery. And because of that, especially there are some kind of sabotage on the part of IOCs. When we say IOC, for those of our international oil companies.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Sabotage is that he has started importing crude oil from other countries, especially in the United States, at a rate that is higher than what it's supposed to be. Then he now threw the bomb that the regulatory body, the downstream regulatory agency, have issued licenses to about 20 or 27 or 28 individuals to start importing petroleum products, and that they've been importing adulterated diesel and aviation fuel. The one that hit me most is not the diesel, but the aviation fuel. Because that in itself has implication. Imagine flying in an aeroplane that has an adulterated petroleum.
You fly to conclusion.
You don't enter one chance now. So those were fundamental issues. It wasn't raised by anybody, but somebody who is a key player in the industry. So what did the regulatory agency did? They quickly come out, oh no, there was nothing like that. Okay, NNPCL also came out and said, yes, around December, there was some kind of adulterated fuel that came in, but we were able to nip it in the bud by January. But we are back to square one. And based on what the senators were saying, over $4 billion have been spent in turning around maintenance for our refineries that have refused to be turned. We were told that by December last year, that the Port Harcourt refinery will start producing. They shifted the post. You know, it's only Nigeria. When you start playing football, when you get to quarterfinal, you're going to shift the post. You get to semi, you shift. Then the final. They move it and said, oh, it's going to be around March, April, or June. I remember that GDave consistently has been talking on this program on this issue of always postponing this issue of when our refineries will start working. So I commend the Senate for what they are doing, but let me sound a caution here. A note of caution. Citizen, nothing will come out of it. Nothing will come out of it because we've gone this route so many times in the past and nothing ever come out of it.
Yeah, Tony, I know you don't share that diffidence.
Sure. I was about to start exactly from where you ended.
You think I'm afraid of standing alone? I'm not.
I was exactly going to start from where CKN stopped because truly, it's a circus show. Nothing will come out of it. It's not today, you know, when during the military. I mean, can you explain?
No, sorry. Where's the doubt coming from?
Yeah, because we've been around. We've seen this thing happen over time. It's not because it's any spoke. They don't even have the executive power to do anything. So if they discover what happens, they pass it to the executive to implement. It doesn't happen that way. The truth is that we have a problem here and we are refusing to solve it.
Do you know chances?
How can we be important?
Chances are 50-50. No. They are watching us.
They need to hear. So they should prove me wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In a country where we cannot boast of one refinery, let's be realistic here. This is an oil-producing nation. We don't have the machine to process this thing. We import it.
Our problems are man-made.
We export this thing and import the refined product. I mean, we keep talking about it all the time. Why won't they import? Is it because they're raising dust? You know? It's been happening over time.
Oh, hold on. We spoke about it not too long ago. CKN, you know that on a barrel of crude oil, you have close to how many byproducts?
Yes, now, byproducts.
But here, only petrol comes back.
Fine from exactly.
What happens to the rest?
Don't talk about the gas here.
So, of course, there is gas. Even the lubricants used for vehicles
Yes.
are from there.
Grease.
All those gelin that you use to rub your body. So many things they have. Even pharmaceutical companies use most of the byproduct. But you know why I think I would have shared your optimism is the fact we have a new government in power. We have a new government in power, and I want to believe that the current government, led by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, should be able to do something different from the past. And why am I calling him?
As far as we know, President Tinubu was a player in the industry.
He was not only a player. President Tinubu is the Minister of Petroleum.
Okay.
That is where I'm going.
All right.
The person in charge, if anything happened within this sector, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be held responsible. We are going to hold him responsible because he is the minister. He has the Minister of State for Petroleum and for Gas. But the overall head is the president. And that is why Nigerians are, and this is not the first person. The last president was also the Minister of Petroleum.
No, it started from Obasanjo.
That is what I'm
was
saying.
The minister.
So that is, but that is why we are talking of issue of change. We want to believe that there is something going to change.
Yeah.
But I don't want to remain within that realm of pessimism, which I have. So most of us
Please,
have come to.
Shake it. Shake it.
I will shake it, but they have to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Citizens, have you forgotten off your mic?
Tony has dead them.
Have you forgotten off your mic?
Under the last government.
Under the last government. Have you forgotten what happened to the power sector probe that was led by Elumelu? Have you forgotten? Billions and billions and billions of Ndudi Elumelu. Have you forgotten that? Have you forgotten so many other probes that will make so much? In fact, they will take live telecasts on national TV stations. And they wasted our time. Oh, they said they'll finish. Once they finish, they say the next thing they will tell you they don't have the power to be able to prosecute. They take it to the executive. We're supposed to.
May I drop this here now? Nobody goes to court. The number 3 man in the country is the Senate President. Tony and CKN. Senate President Godswill Akpabio announced this committee. So allow him do his job.
It's not about not allowing him to do his job. He will do his job. Nobody's even hindering him from doing his job.
So where's the problem?
The fact is that it's not about pronouncing it. We want to see actionable moves. If you want this thing to be done, we know these things. I mean, they imported Hazardous. Who are those who imported it? We have their names. They should put faces to this thing. In this country, just a couple of days back here, we saw arms being displayed on TV. No faces were put. We know the truth here. We know the truth in Nigeria. We've been around for some time. So when we speak like this, we are speaking from the point of knowledge. There's no working. The people at the National Assembly, some of them are players in this game too. Okay. Let's be realistic.
Okay. No. Hold on. Before you go to court. Yes. If you pour oil on troubled waters, what should you pour on troubled oil?
Anything you want. But the fact
reasonableness.
But let me tell you this, citizen. It has gotten to a point where Nigerians no longer believe in what happens at National Assembly. And it's the fact. We have to tell us. Many Nigerians,
is it that bad?
It is more than bad. Citizen, and so many Nigerians don't have the voice to be able to come on this program. But what we have been saying is this: what happens? What happens next? There have been instances where at the end of it all, look at there have been probes on the issue of oil theft. You've forgotten that? The issue of oil theft in Nigeria.
Is there really oil theft?
What is it? Oil pay free. Okay.
No. I'm not in the industry.
They have told us. Even that, to the extent that we have to get a private agency person to man that sector. Until today, we are still saying that we cannot meet our OPEC quota.
Yeah.
Dangote cannot get crude oil. Is it not a shame that a country like Nigeria cannot provide Dangote refinery, the biggest refinery in the whole of Africa, to be able to run that refinery? It's annoying.
Okay.
I just pray the president can do something.
Okay.
That's just my prayer.
Mr. President,
Tony, it goes beyond praying.
No, when I pray, I wish.
The maxim is work and pray.
Work and pray.
Work is doing
working in that direction. Yeah,
we are working the talk.
We need to correct it. Seriously.
All right, Mr. Senate President, the ball is in your court too. Okay, we wish you well. We wish you Godspeed, as we say.